Hey everyone, it's Eric here from LapFix. Got another video for you guys today. Today we got in one of these mail-in repairs. It's a Toshiba drive. Now we get a lot of mail-ins because we're actually located in Northern Virginia area, close to where I'm pretty much right outside of DC. So we get a lot of stuff from there. Also, if you're local, you should come on by, say hi anyway, and we do lots of repairs here. We serve the whole entire DMV area, and we love seeing you guys, and we love doing data recoveries. It's unfortunate that you have a problem with the drive or something like that, but we love to help you guys out. So we have this Toshiba drive that's in, and we're gonna go ahead and see what the problem is for it. So if obviously if it's mailed in, it definitely has a problem, most likely a big problem with it. So what we wanna do is first, let's go ahead and just plug it in. So I have one of the cables here. And I'm gonna have my extender. Let's see. Right here, let's try my extender. Plug this in, let's see if we get a light or anything. So it's spinning. I don't think there's a light really on it. You would think there would be a light. It is spinning, but the light isn't actually coming on. But anyway, so let me see if I can go ahead and bring up my disk manager. So if we see, I don't see anywhere here located, but it is actually spinning and it's still going, but there's no light. So it's not actually showing up here whatsoever. So what we're gonna do is let's open it up. Let's take a look inside this drive here and see what we're working with. So let's get in, and usually we have the drive here. This is a USB type of drive. You can see that this does have a USB connection, and the USB connection is part of the PCB. Now, if you watch any of our other videos, we show about like Western Digital drives converting over to a SATA type of drive, right? SATA connection, because that's how you usually communicate with the drive itself there. So we have a pretty similar situation here, at least for it, but we want to see what else is going on, because sometimes some of them, if they have like a converter board, like a lot of Seagates do, they're usually SATA drives that convert to a board there, so you can remove them, and then it's not too big of a deal. But this one has a problem, so we need to see what's going on, because if the disk is spinning, so let's actually plug it back. Because I know we had the light wasn't actually blinking there. I don't know why the light wasn't blinking, but there should be a light to come on there. So let's plug this back in. There should be like a light or something. That's a little bit strange, but nothing actually is coming up there. So it's just spinning, but you can't really hear anything. But just let you guys know it is spinning. So we need to see what else is going on with the drive. So at this point, there's not much we can do, at least for Windows, right? And we need to actually take a look and use more of data recovery tools to see what's happening with it. So let's go ahead, plug it in, and go from there. Let's bring our drive over to our diagnostic here, and we can do an automatic checkup for it. So we power it on, and we see that it's stuck in a not ready, and this is pretty much like a busy state with a red activity light, so there's an issue. Let's go ahead and just open it up, at least on this side. Usually though, if it's at least spinning, that means the power is usually pretty good. So there probably won't be too much we can do on this end, but let's just take a look anyway, right? Because it could be some power data, who knows? Most likely there's some mechanical failure, especially on the Toshiba drives, like they usually do have head issues for it. So take it up, obviously see this is a USB PCB there. We take a look under a microscope. I don't think it's gonna be too interesting because it is powering on unless I see something there. But I don't think that's gonna be really much of the problem there. But usually what we want to do if you work with any type of drive is you want to convert it to usually like a SATA connection, right? And usually you need to have the drive configuration files. That's usually part of what the BIOS does. So we need to remove that and transfer to another one so it can read. So let's actually go ahead and do that. See if that works. So I got one here. This is a compatible drive. You can probably pull it. And this is actually a SATA connection, as you can see. And a lot of things usually go into factors for donor drives in general. PCBs are different still, because obviously you don't have the same PCB type number. But we do have a compatible PCB here that actually will work in the same state as a SATA connection. Because sometimes you might see that they might have the same shape, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're actually going to be compatible, because you need to have because obviously there's components there, right? And so usually if they look pretty similar, you should be pretty good. But again, it's a SATA, one's a SATA and one's a USB. So you have different types of powers and data lines. But for the most part, this looks almost exactly the same. Okay, so we have both our boards here, and what we want to do is we want to move over our BIOS chip. Now, BIOS chip is usually the one that you'll see. It's always good to always be sure and look them up, but you usually see the one with these legs over here. So what we want to do is just swap them, because that's going to give you, that's basically like the brain and the OS to locate the drive information. So we need to swap these, and then we're going to go ahead and plug it in, and then we can at least work with the drive and go from there. So let's go ahead and try the drive. Let's plug it in. See a light there. Oh, looks like it blinks a little bit. And then it just kind of died. It's still spinning though. So obviously nothing easy. So what we need to do is, at least we got something going. The disk is spinning. All right, so let's take this out. So it looks like there is a bigger problem with the drive itself. But the whole reason why we did convert this over to a SATA connection is so we can work with the drive now and use our data recovery tools to work with the drive, communicate with it now since it's converted over to SATA. So let's go ahead and do that and then work on it from there. All right, so let's plug in the drive. And we see it's not in a busy state anymore. We can actually see the drive information and lots of stuff with the drive. So we're going to back up the resources for the drive. We see there are a little bit of defects, so we need to work with the drive, and then from there we can actually get to this, which is pretty much your data extractor. We can build a head map and then see that there are 4 heads total there from 0 through 3, and we can check the heads. The heads actually look to be pretty good on them for each one. You see it says OK. Now we see the partitions there. Since we see that, everything looks to be pretty good, and now we want to do is just image the drive and then get the data. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this data recovery on one of these Toshiba external drives here. You can see nothing ever simple and straightforward. You always got to do a lot of work really to get it off. You usually have to do some type of repair first, or at least repair for a conversion on them, because a lot of the new drives, or a lot of drives in general, you have to convert them to communicate with any type of data recovery tools that you use there. So you have to do that first. You have to have compatible donors. You have to do lots of different things, but we were able to get the data. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like. It really does help us a lot. Subscribe for more content. And again, if you're located in the Northern Virginia area, close to DC, we're here. Love for you guys. If you guys even want to just come by, say hi. And also, we do a lot of repairs and data recoveries too. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye.